Second down and 10 for Taylor from the Butler 30-yard line. The big run for Pollard, a 35-yard keeper, has gotten them in this position. Chris will be hitting the backfield first. He'll be pushed back on the loss by Mason Brunner. It'll be a third down and long here for Taylor, their first time in 3rd and 10 here today.
Number 96, Joseph Camacho with the stop for the Bulldogs. Will bring up 3rd down and 11.
3rd and 11 here for Taylor, their first third down conversion here of the afternoon, or attempt, I should say. Two wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Dalton Lowry is a tight end set left. Butler looks to be rushing 6, and they will. Pollard a screen right side. Chris will tiptoe it, will tap it into his hands, but that will be a loss of 3 back near the 35-yard line of Butler.
Pollard's pass is complete.
And with the rainy conditions,
stopped in the backfield
and
for
Taylor
a loss of 2 on the play.
has been known to go for it on 4th down. Pollard wanted to, but the punting unit will come on here for Taylor for the first time today. So the Butler coaches have had to move upstairs. That means we're going to have to turn off our crowd microphone here tonight. We're sorry about that, folks. Gunderson into punt. A good snap, good protection. This one will go off the right side of his foot. That one will land out of bounds on the far sideline. And this is where Butler will take over 1st and 10 on their first drive here of the evening. So 1st and 10 here for Butler, their first drive here of the afternoon. That means we'll get to see the starting quarterback, Will Marty, for the first time. Marty bringing a man to the near side, a screen. A low pass will be dropped for the intended target, Anthony Scatia. 2nd down and 10 here for Butler. Marty, his best target on last Saturday was Pace Temple. He caught 14 of the completions for of his 25 completions for 167 yards. A run here from Brad Snyder. We'll bring it out to the near side. It'll be 3rd down and 5 here for the Butler Bulldogs. Snyder in the backfield with Marty. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right, and a tight end set right. 3rd and 5 from the near hash mark. That tight end goes in short motion. He'll come back to the near side. And Marty takes a snap. Inside give to Snyder. Puts his foot in the ground. He'll put his head down. He'll carry it across the 35-yard line out to the 37 or 38. And that'll be good enough for a first down here for Butler on their opening drive of the afternoon. So 1st and 10 for Butler out to the 38. No score, 11:25 to go here first quarter. Butler moving from left to right in blue. Double tight end on the right of the formation. 4 down linemen for Taylor. Slot man comes in motion. They fake the jet sweep. Marty drops back to pass. He's got a man near side. That's Scatia, and he steps out of bounds. This might actually be a loss of yards on the play. He'll actually get 1 out to the 39. A good catch there by Scatia on the near side of the field. Has Butler putting both of their starting running backs on the field. Snyder was the man in the backfield with Marty. Scatia was out there as a slot to the left. First completion of the afternoon for Marty. It's a gain of 1 out to the 39 for Butler. 2nd and 9 from the near hash mark. The Bulldogs in blue, they move from left to right. Temple the go-to wide out wide to the left. Tyler Gehrig is defending him. Snyder in the backfield with Marty. 4 down linemen for TU. The tight end in motion is Schwantz. Marty fakes the handoff, screen pass near side, complete outside the numbers, and a good hit by Jeff Kazmarek and Jackson Bronkema to come in and nullify that screen pass to the near side. It's to complete to Steven Dennis. A gain of a couple out close to the 45-yard line, call it the 43. So a gain of 4 and a second down and 5 here for the Bulldogs. They've already converted on 1 third down on this drive. And they'll try to pick one up here. Snyder, the lone man in the backfield. And he moves now to the right of Marty. Quick snap. Inside handoff to Snyder, trying to go around the left end, and he is smothered up from behind by the Trojans' defensive line and Tyler Hasbrook. A loss on the play brings up 4th down for Butler as they are unable to convert their second third down try here on this drive. So Hasbrook with the stop. Coming into punt are now the Bulldogs. Evan Giebel, the punter. Grant Gehrig, the younger brother of Tyler Gehrig, is back deep. No gloves for the younger Gehrig. High snap from Giebel, and he gets this one away. A high one into the air. It'll spin to the near side, bounce outside the Taylor 32, or around the Taylor 32, and that's where TU will start this second drive here of the first quarter. So both teams trade punts. It'll be out of bounds, and Taylor will have it 1st and 10 just outside their 30. Call it the 32. 24-yard punt there from Giebel. And it's 1st and 10 for Taylor from their own 32-yard line. Pollard back out there with Crisp to his left. 4-man rush for Butler. Zone read again. Pollard runs through a tackle. 35 out to the numbers 40, 45, 50, and another zone read keeper for Everett Pollard. His 3rd rush of the evening takes him all the way into Butler territory. He goes from his own 32 down to the Butler 45. Another 1st and 10 for TU as Pollard goes scampering up the near sideline. So a gain of 23, pass to the near side, incomplete as Pollard tried to find Daniel Boy. So an incompletion, 2nd and 10, near hash mark snap. 4 wideouts. Chest high snap to Pollard, inside give. Crisp trying to bounce it out to the outside, trying to turn it up 45-40 into positive territory and down to the far sideline. A 1st and 10 carry for Spencer Crisp as he took one on the inside, bounced it out the outside, and now a flag is thrown here on the play after the 1st down run by Spencer Crisp. The flag was thrown on the far sideline. We'll see what the ruling is from our head official, Matt Bucci. So an unsportsmanlike penalty call will move. It still will be 1st down and 10 for Taylor. They're going to move the ball. Actually, going to be 1st down and long. They're going to move the ball back to the 37. Or the 47, excuse me. So 1st and 10 for TU from the Butler 47. Scoreless here with 8:48 to go here in the opening quarter. Taylor moving from right to left. Rain coming down here at Turner Stadium. Pollard underneath. Inside handoff to Crisp. He runs into a wall of blue, and it'll be pushed back on the 1st down and 10 carry from the 47. Give him 1 down to the 46. No score with 8:24 and counting here in the opening quarter. Second possession for the Trojans. Each team punted on their opening drive. 2 running backs now in for Taylor as Grant Holbein exits. One of the Saltzgaber twins. This is Josh. He'll line as an eye back in front of Crisp with Pollard under center. 4-man Butler front. Kempton in motion. Now comes back to the near side. Faking the handoff. Pressure comes. Pollard throws right through the hands of Kempton, and that'll be another incompletion. Has only one completion on the afternoon here for Pollard so far. He's 1 for 5 through the air. And that'll make it 3rd down and 9 here for Taylor from the Butler 46. in a scoreless first quarter with 7:59 remaining in our opening frame. Sixth play of the drive upcoming here for TU. Again, they move from right to left. And the only completion for Pollard today was that screen pass to Crisp, and it went for negative yardage. 3rd and 9 for TU. Craig Faulkner into the game. Now will make trips wide receivers to the left. Pollard rolls this way, throws a low one intended for Faulkner, and it's incomplete. 4th down and 9 for TU, and the punting unit will come back on here for the purple and gold. The running back Snyder is back deep for Butler to take this punt. But now he will go back to the Butler sideline, and Devin Aguilar will line up inside his own 20. Second punt of the afternoon for Gunderson. Snap comes, and he'll drive this one deep inside the 10. Aguilar will watch it bounce over his head. He'll take a hard left-hand turn and bounce in to the end zone after bouncing it at about the 3-yard line. So a couple promising runs by Everett Pollard have all been for naught. He has 2 carries for 60 yards. The Trojans in total have a total of 80 yards offensively. Butler with just 18. Snyder with 3 carries for 13 yards. Marty 2 for 3 for 5. 7:47 remaining here in the opening quarter. Butler and Taylor scoreless. And it's 1st and 10 for Butler from their own 20. Marty and Snyder in the backfield. Pace Temple out wide to the left. Brad Huff a slot to the left. And a tight end comes in motion back to the left side of the formation. Handoff again on the inside. Snyder, he runs right into a wall, and he is stopped right after a gain of 1. Big tackle there by the Trojan linebacking core of Mark Baker, who stopped Snyder right in his tracks after a gain of 1. So actually give him 2. They'll put the ball at the 22-yard line. And 2nd down and 8 here for Butler. In the scoreless first quarter, just about 7 minutes remaining. Shotgun snap to Snyder, fakes the handoff. Threw it to the far side, is complete to Temple, but a flag is thrown on the play. So it's a false start here against Butler. Their first penalty of the game so far. So each team with 1 penalty here this evening. Both teams come in 1-0 on the year. And Butler moved back inside the 15-yard line, or inside the 17-yard line, a loss of 5. So a 5-yard false start penalty. 2nd and 13 for the Bulldogs from the 17 of their own side of the field. 2 tight ends. Taylor showing a little rush 3. Now they rush 4. Snyder to the left. Handoff over the right side. He runs through a couple tackles and is stopped back at the 22-yard line. Jordan Bostic shoved at the end of the play, comes up clapping emphatically. Baker, Bronkema, and Bartu in on the tackle for TU, and it's 3rd and long here for the Bulldogs. 3rd and 9. As Snyder was able to get the ball back to the 22. 5 carries for 20 yards tonight for Brad Snyder, his longest is 6. Temple will come as a wide receiver to the right. Matt Wynn will defend him. 3rd and 9 for Butler. They're 1 for 2 on 3rd downs here tonight. The Trojans show a blitz from Snyder's left. Temple comes in motion all the way to the other side of the formation. 3 wide for Butler. Marty looks to his left. A 3rd and 9 throw, a high one to the far side. It will hit the turf and fall incomplete. The intended target for Marty was Steven Dennis, incomplete on the far side. And another 3rd down stop here for the Trojans will force another punt here by the Butler Bulldogs. Bronkema comes to the sideline along with Wynn, waving his arms in the air, trying to get this Taylor crowd going. Giebel back in for his 2nd punt of the afternoon, or the evening, I should say. Grant Gehrig deep. Taylor brings pressure, and Giebel gets a high, spiraling one to the near side. Gehrig waves everybody off. It'll bounce out of bounds just shy of the Taylor 35-yard line. And they'll put it down to the 36. That's a 41-yard punt for Giebel. on his second one of the afternoon. So both teams have had the ball twice. Both have had to punt. But Taylor's the only team out of the two that's been able to get the ball into the other team's side of the field. They've had drives stop at the 30 and the 46 of Butler tonight. 5:52 to go, first quarter. Taylor takes over 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Empty set for Pollard with 5 wide. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Quick set, he'll run right up the middle. He's run the ball well tonight. He's stopped here after a short gain, a gain of 1. So he takes it from the 37 out to the 38. So the third carry for Pollard, a minimal one. Ben Davis and Kyle Kempton out wide to the right. Holbein and Hodge to the left. All 4 Trojan wideouts with no gloves here this evening. Drew Lefevre, the deep man. He'll take the end around, the handoff off the near side, up the numbers across the 40, leans out close to the 45-yard line. He'll be stopped at the 44. That's a gain of 6 on 2nd down and 10. It'll be 3rd down and 4 on Lefevre's first carry here of the evening. So 2 runs here for the Trojans. Pollard is just 1 for 6 through the air here tonight as Lefevre gets his first carry for 6 yards. Davis and Preston Scott exit. Holbein, the senior wideout, and Dalton Lowry, a tall tight end, come in here for TU. Scoreless with 4:42 remaining here in the opening quarter. Taylor moving from right to left and White through the raindrops. 3rd down and 3. Taylor is yet to convert a 3rd down here tonight. Pass across the middle. It looked like it was going to change. It hit Lowry in the hands, and he dropped it right at midfield. That would have been good enough for a first down yardage. Instead, Gunderson will come on to punt for the 3rd time tonight. So Pollard 1 for 7 now through the air. His only completion has been for negative yardage. Taylor has rushed for 89 yards on 8 carries here so far. And Gunderson to punt with Aguilar, the deep man. And Gunderson drives this one out of here. Aguilar calls for the fair catch. He makes it in front of 2 Trojan players. He'll take it down to the 29-yard line. A punt of 25 yards there for Gunderson. I should make a 27-yard punt, excuse me. And here comes the Bulldog offense. That last drive for Taylor, the first time they've been unable to get across midfield. Butler takes over 1st and 10 at their own 28. They move from left to right in dark blue. Marty, the quarterback, and Scatia, the running back, in here now. Tight end in motion. That's Schwantz. They give off to Scatia. He'll blow up the middle, run through a tackle of Brady Hill. Bronkema chases him down from behind, but a 1st down and 10 carry. He goes from the 28 out to the 42, a gain of 14 on Scacia's first carry of the night. And it's 1st and 10 here for Butler as they get close to crossing midfield for the first time this evening. So Jackson Bronkema with the stop, and Scacia gets his first carry of the night. It's for 14. He's back in there. They fake the handoff. Marty out to the far side. This is Snyder, the running back, and Swore sweeps over the blocker, then tackles him on the far side. A good job there by TJ Swore to swim over the blocker and take down the running back Snyder for a loss. Just the 3rd completion all night here for Marty. Is with the rainy conditions and the windy conditions, passing has been at a premium here. And a completion for Marty for negative 2 yards. Second down and 12. Play action pass up the middle. Caught for a 1st down into Taylor territory. Completed to the tight end, Sam Yeaton. And he goes right up the seam and makes the completion. 1st down and 10 for Butler as they move down to the Taylor 42-yard line. First time that they've crossed midfield here tonight. .22 yards on the catch by Yeaton. 1st down handoff to Scacia around the left, over the left guard. He'll be pulled, and a nice gain for Scacia. The helmet came off of Tommy Kennedy, one of the O-linemen for Butler, but is able to get it back on time, back on his head in time before one of the officials saw it. This one down to the 30. Three receivers bunched to the left. They might try to run a screen here with Temple. Now he bumps out wide. Marty under center. Fakes the handoff to Scatia. Rolling to the near side. Wants to throw the deep. And it's a high throw. He connects with his tight end in the back. Inside the 20 down to the 15. Rumbling inside the 10. And pulling that one down is Austin Schwantz. We have seen him go in motion a lot tonight. This is his first completion. It's down to the Taylor 10. So a first down and 10 on a 20-yard completion to the other tight end, Schwantz. So Yeaton with a 22-yard catch, Schwantz with a 20-yard catch here. And Marty 5 for 7 through the air for 45 yards. They've picked up 3 first downs on this drive. It's first and goal for Butler from the Taylor 10. Temple, the wide man out left. Snyder in motion. They fake the jet sweep. Scation to the right side. A big hole. Trying to put his nose back in there at the 5. Brady Hill and Jordan Bostic tackle him after a gain of 5. It's second and goal. Actually call it second and goal from the 4. So gain of 6 on the Scatia carry. Marty under center, taps his left thigh, looking out towards Temple to the left. Watson, the cornerback, will guard him. Here comes Snyder in motion. They give the jet sweep to Snyder, puts his foot down. He'll be stopped after a gain of 1. Tackle down at the 4-yard line. Give it a gain of 1. It's third and goal here for Butler as they try to run the jet sweep with their dynamic running back, Snyder. He tried to cut it in just over the left end, and he was stopped short for a gain of 1. Third and goal for Butler. Here from the Taylor 4. No score, under a minute to go here in the opening half, or the opening quarter, I should say. Butler moving from left to right. Marty in the gun. Snyder in motion again from the slot. He'll go back to the slot right. 3 wideouts. Marty looking to the right. All day to throw. Now he's moved off his spot. He's still running back. He's still loose. Now he rolls out to his left, being pressured again. The ball comes loose, and Taylor tries to fall on it, but one of the offensive linemen for Butler fell on it. It initially looked like Taylor was going to get their first sack of the evening, and then Marty stayed on his feet, and then the ball popped free, and one of the O-linemen for Butler fell on it before Rob Murray could get on it for TU. And that will be the end of the first quarter. So the defense applies pressure on Marty. That will be the end of the first quarter of play. So we'll go to the other end. We'll see what Butler wants to do on 4th and goal from what looks to be the Taylor 15-yard line. No score after 1 quarter of play. Taylor and Butler both 1-0 on the year. Both teams trying to go to 2-0. We'll be back with more here for the second quarter on the Trojan Sports Network.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Fourth and goal here for Butler from the Taylor 15-yard line. No score. And they will bring out this week's Pioneer League Special Teams Player of the Week, Drew Bevelheimer, who kicked the game-winning field goal for Butler a week ago, and they knocked off number 24 Youngstown State. They were a 37-point underdog in that game to the Penguins. Cameron Towns, the backup quarterback, will hold it here for Bevelheimer on what's going to be a 32-yard field goal try. Now they will reset the play clock. This will be the first play of the second quarter, and they'll get an old football out. Might have been too wet as the rain continues to fall here overhead at Turner Stadium. It'll be a left hash mark snap. The wind will be blowing in from the field or across the field from the far side to the near. So a little bit of wind that Bevelheimer will have to deal with here. But as a right-footed kicker, he might be able to ride the wind a little bit. No score. This will be our first snap of the second quarter. A 32-yard try from the near side hash mark for Bevelheimer. He won the game a week ago for Butler against Youngstown State. He'll try to get their first points here tonight. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. It is sailing, and it is through. A 32-yard field goal here for the Butler Bulldogs gives them a 3-0 lead here at the start of the second quarter. So again, we apologize for no crowd mic here tonight. We had initially, but some technical malfunctions with the headsets for the Butler coaching staff has put them on the roof. We don't want to potentially relay any signals or anything from their coaching staff, and so we are turning our crowd mic off tonight. That's why it sounds like we're doing the game from a closet. So the Trojans' offense will get the ball back here. Pollard just 1 for 7 in that first quarter. Marty was 5 for 7, the quarterback for Butler. And Bevelheimer, who just gave Butler a 3-0 lead, will kick it off back to the Trojans. So the ball teed up. Bevelheimer struggled with the wind blowing it off the tee for the opening kickoff. The ball looks to be stationary here. He puts his right foot into it. Holden, Hodge, and Gallagher back deep, but this one sails out of bounds, and a kickoff out of bounds for Bevelheimer will give Taylor good field position here with just 5 seconds gone in quarter number 2, and the Trojans down 3-0. So Taylor will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35. They had 3 drives. Their first 3 drives in that first quarter. 2 ended up in Butler territory, but no points to show for it. Zach Saltzgaber, the backup quarterback for TU, comes in here. He's got Drew Lefevre, the man behind him. 4 wideouts, 1st and 10 for Taylor from their own 35. They trail 3-0 here, 5 seconds into the second quarter. Short snap to Saltzgaber. Lefevre tried to go around the left side, and he is walled up and dropped. Trying to punch that ball out of there was a linebacker, Carter Raleigh. He was teamed up with Mason Brunner to get the stop. And a big stop there as Lefevre tried to go over the left guard. A loss of 1 pushes it back to the Taylor 34. On Lefevre's 3rd carry of the night. 2nd and 11 for Taylor from their own 34. They go from left to right in white. Butler defends in dark blue, and the Bulldogs lead by 3. Saltzgaber still in there at quarterback. Near hash mark snap. Stetz throws to the near side, trying to connect with Boy, who goes up and hauls it in with Dalton Rogers hanging all over him. Boy takes it out to the 41. That's a pickup of 7 on 2nd and 11, 3rd and 4 for TU. So Saltzgaber's first pass, a completion, and Boy gets his first catch. Boy had that 63-yard touchdown a week ago for Taylor. Pollard is okay. He's down there holding his helmet down on the sideline below us. 3rd and 4 for Taylor from their own 41. They're down 3-0 early on here in the second quarter. Lefevre stays in the backfield with Zach Saltzgaber. 3 wideouts, near hash mark snap. Saltzgaber looks for the quick throw. Out to Lowry, he drops another one. That one right through his hands. It hit him right before he got hit by Eric Stepp. That'll bring up fourth down for Taylor, and Gunderson comes on the punt for the 4th time tonight. Aguilar back deep here for the Butler Bulldogs. They lead 3-0 here, 13:26 remaining in the opening half. Taylor is missing a body here on the punt unit, so Daniel Boyd jogs out. And everyone is out there for TU. Gunderson, his fourth punt is away, and a good one. Aguilar, it'll bounce shy of the 25, keep rolling in to Butler territory inside the 15. This one might roll all the way inside the 10. It's going to get downed at the 9. The best punt of the afternoon or the evening for Austin Gunderson is downed at the Butler 9-yard line. A punt of 50 yards for the Florida native. His fourth punt, the best one here so far. And Butler will take over 1st and 10, leading 3-0 here early on in the second quarter from their own 9-yard line, their worst field position here of the night. Scatia will be the back here with the quarterback, Will Marty. 2 wide to the right, Temple the farthest out to the right. A tight end to the left and 1 wide out to the near sideline as well. Sam Yeaton, who has a big catch already. Scatia, handoff left side. Bronkema trying to chase him out. Scatia runs right into Tyler Gehrig, and they stop him for a gain of nothing. As Scatia tried to take it around the left end, he was stopped at the 9. No gain on the play for Scatia, who was really dynamic on that last drive for the Bulldogs. So Bronkema and Gehrig tag team for the stop here. 2nd down and 10 for Butler from their own 9. They lead by 3. 12:45 and counting here in the opening half. They move from right to left in blue. Stephen Dennis out wide to the right. The slot receiver is Brad Huth. Now Temple in motion all the way to the far side of the field. So 3 wide out there to the right. Swore will guard him. Marty, a play-action pass out to the far sideline. A high one is pulled in and then knocked out of there by the helmet of Jeff Kazmarek. A high throw from Marty. Dennis almost came in to pull it down. Then Kazmarek came in and put that helmet right on the ball and dislodged it. 3rd down and 10 here for Butler from their own 9. A great defensive series here by the Trojans. Butler just 1 for 3 on 3rd downs here tonight so far. 3rd and 10 from their own 9, a near hash mark snap. Marty keeps Scatia back with him. Matt Wynn will defend the dynamic Temple on the near side. Marty looks the opposite way. Throw out, complete to Yeaton. Bronkema will hit him around the knees and drop him at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, and that will be a 4th down stop here for TU. Good open field tackle there by Jackson Bronkema on the tight end Yeaton. Now the whistle is blown. Fourth and 5 here for Butler. As Giebel comes back into punt. Grant Gehrig is back deep for TU to receive this punt. He stands with his toes just on the inner edge of the Butler or the Taylor logo. Giebel just gets that one out of there. A short punt will bounce out to the near sideline. It will bounce over the 50. Where did it go out? The side judge, Zach Shoup, walks up, and it'll be down at the 50. So a 35-yard punt for Giebel on his 3rd punt of the evening. And we'll see which quarterback comes out here for Taylor. Saltzgaber got the first snaps here the second quarter. And he'll be back out here once again for the second series of quarter 2. 11:38 to go second quarter. Taylor with the ball at the 50, down by 3. Spencer Crisp is the deep man, a 4-man front for Butler. And a false start on the far side by Daniel Boy will move Taylor back 5 yards. Their second penalty against them tonight. Pollard is down below us. Keeping that arm loose, playing catch with Grant Gehrig. So Saltzgaber came in. He had the big 4th and 1 touchdown run to seal the game at Iwu last week. Also threw for a touchdown as well. Now it's 1st and 15 from the Taylor 45. Double tight end, 2 wideouts. Inside give to Crisp on a zone read. He'll shimmy his way through out back to the original line of scrimmage. Give him 1 more yard out to the 49 of Butler. One of the men on the stop was Eric Stepp, the DB. and a gain of 6 for Crisp on his 5th carry of the night. Davis and Boy wide to the left, Holbein and Hodge wide to the right. And a 4-man front for Butler. They might be rushing their 2 linebackers as Saltzgaber looks into the nickel. They rush up the middle, faking the handoff. He bobbles it, and this thing's going to be sit all the way back for a fumble. It's scooped up by Jared Harris, the D lineman, but it'll be waved off as an incomplete pass as Saltzgaber fumbled with the snap and then somehow was able to make it look like he threw it away. That ball ricocheted off of a helmet, went all the way back. Harris, the big lineman, number 90, was able to scoop it up and was looked to be well on his way to the end zone, but the play was blown dead on an incomplete pass from head referee Matt Bucci. And so Taylor escapes a terrible outcome right there. It's 3rd and 9 from the Butler 49. Third down and 9 for TU. They move from left to right in the rain. Down by 3. 4 wide out for Saltzgaber. Butler rushes 4. Saltzgaber looks near side, pumps. He will throw it down at the knees of Crisp. He was hit right before he got the ball, right after he got the ball away by Jack Wayland. And another 3rd down stop for the Butler defense will bring Gunderson and the punt unit back on for TU. Taylor's passing just 2 for 11 between Pollard and Saltzgaber. Saltzgaber has taken the last 2 drives for Taylor. Aguilar deep, a low snap. Gunderson picks it, but a flag is thrown. It'll be a false start against Taylor on the far side of the field. So moving back 5 more yards. So move back to the Taylor 46. 10-14 to go here in the second quarter. A good one here from Turner Stadium in the home opener for the Taylor Trojans. They trail Butler by 3. Pass to Gunderson. Or excuse me, the snap to Gunderson. A high kick. Aguilar backpedaling. Will call for the fair catch. He drops it, and falling on the Trojans inside the 10. Falling on that one for TU was the freshman number 35, Tyler Watson. And Aguilar has it goes through his hands, and Taylor will take over 1st and goal from the Butler 7. There is a flag on the play. It'll go against Butler. It'll be 1st and goal for TU. As they get new life here, 10:05 remaining here in the second quarter. And it's goal to go from the Butler 8. And here comes Everett Pollard back out there for the Trojans. Down by 3, 10:05 to go in the opening half. Taylor trying to tie the game at 3, or better yet, lead. Goal to go from the 8. I formation behind Crisp, with Crisp behind Pollard. Pitch out to the near side. Saltzgaber trying to get him a block. Crisp trying to hit the corner. Tucks that shoulder in, and he's spun out of bounds back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be goal to go from the 8. Sixth carry of the night for Spencer. 28 yards. Now Preston Scott, the freshman tight end, who this coaching staff is really, really excited about, will line up with Lowry as a tight end set to the right. Kempton and Hodge, the 2 wideouts to the left. Pollard will drop under center. He looks at a 3-man front. Butler blitzes up the middle. Rolling to the right after faking the handoff. Pollard throws. Lowry cannot hold on to this one. It was knocked out of his hands by the defensive back, Luke Sennett, who came over from behind with a tomahawk right hand. 7th incompletion for Pollard tonight. He's 1 for 8. And it's goal to go for Taylor from the 8. After Aguilar dropped the ball on a punt, it was recovered by Tyler Watson, the freshman DB. 3rd and goal from the 8. 3 wide to the left. Butler almost jumps off sides. Now Pollard whips back to the near side to get a new play. He'll change it as Crisp will walk to his left. 3 left, 1 right. Delayed handoff to Crisp up the middle, trying to find his footing, bouncing out to the left side. He'll be chased down from behind and stopped He'll be stopped maybe back at the 10, maybe got back to the 9. He lost 2 back to the 10. A whole slew of Butler defenders were in there, and Taylor will go for the tie. They had goal to go from the 8. They lose 1 yard on the play. It'll go back to the 10, or 2 yards on the play, I should say. And Gunderson will come on to try the field goal right in the middle of the field. This will be a 27-yard attempt out of the hold of Saltzgaber. Gunderson 1 for 1 last week. Right foot into it. It is up. And this game is tied at 3. 8:55 remaining here in the first half. Gunderson, after the dropped muff fumble by Aguilar, Gunderson kicks a 27-yard field goal to tie the game at 3 apiece here between Butler and Taylor. Three-yard score after Aguilar drops the punt. Recovering it was Tyler Watson for TU. The freshman DB saved a muffed fumble last week for Taylor on a punt return. This week he recovers a muffed fumble on a punt in the Taylor Trojans' favor to help out the offense. Kayvon Samuels will come up and take this one inside the 5. It goes off his hands, goes back into the end zone. He's going to have to run this one out. Samuels back up, and he is stopped inside the 10. Second special teams miscue here for the Butler Bulldogs. And it was Watson again to come in and stop him around the 10, along with Sam Bolin, who also got in on the stop. That one went through his hands of Samuels, had to go back to the end zone to get it. And he stopped back at the 10-yard line, and that's where Butler will start here with the game tied at 3 and 8:49 remaining here in the second half. Brad Snyder, the starting running back, is back in the backfield here with Marty, the quarterback. Temple's out wide to the left. 2 other receivers out wide to the right as Butler goes from right to left. Right hash mark snap. Snyder a left side give. He runs right into a big bear hug, and he's pushed back for no gain as a couple of Trojan defensive linemen came in there for the big stop. Jake Arnold, the D lineman, was one of the first ones in there along with Reagan. So no gain for Snyder. 3-3 our score. 2nd and 10 for Butler from their own 10. Pace Temple out wide to the right. Scatia, the running back, is in a slot to the left with 2 other wideouts. Snyder still back there with Marty. Taylor looks to be rushing 4. Now they back off a blitz up the middle. Marty will keep it here on a zone read around the left side. Good keep from Marty. He slides right before Wynn could take him down. Marty goes down to the 17. A gain of 7 will be 3rd down and 3 as that's the first time we've seen Marty run for one tonight. Third and 3 here for Butler as they go from right to left with less than 8 minutes remaining here in this second quarter. 3 receivers bunched to the right. Actually, 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left, and 2 tight ends right. As Marty will go under center for one of the few times tonight. Scatia comes in motion. They fake the jet sweep handoff, give off to Snyder. He'll run through a couple tackles, still on his feet to the 25. And that'll be good enough for a first down, a 3rd and 3 pickup. A 7-yard pickup by the hard-running Brad Snyder, and a fresh set of downs here for the Butler Bulldogs. So a first down here for Butler. 1st and 10 from the 26. A gain of 8 on the play for Snyder, excuse me. 8 carries for 30 yards for Snyder tonight. Marty under center again. Receiver in motion from the right. Inside give to Snyder, wanting to bounce at the outside. Runs through a one-arm tackle of Taylor. And then Jordan Jackson stops him around the left side, around the feet. Short gain of 2. Actually call it 3 out to the 29. 9 carries for 33 yards for Snyder tonight. As a team, Butler has rushed for 52 yards. Taylor has rushed for 92. Marty 6 for 9 through the air for 51 yards. Just 2 completions between the two Trojan quarterbacks, Saltzgaber and Pollard. 6:25 and counting here in the second quarter. 3-3 score between Taylor and Butler. Marty in the gun with Snyder back to his left. Taylor rushes forward. They're back there in their traditional 4 defensive backs. Snyder tripped up at the line. Swore finished him off. And Jake Arnold got in there for a piece as well. And it'll be another 3rd and manageable here for the Butler offense. A 3-yard pickup for Snyder out to the 32. As the Bulldogs go from right to left. They've converted 1 third down here on this drive. 3 wide outs, 2 right, 1 left. Snyder back with Marty in the shotgun snap. He rolls to his right, throws on the run, wide open on the far side for a completion out to the 40. And that'll be good enough for the first down by Steven Dennis on his second catch of the evening, but a first down conversion again here for Butler. Second time they've picked up a 3rd and manageable here on a healthy chunk, and they take it all the way out to their own 43-yard line. And a gain of 9, second catch for Dennis tonight. Marty now 7 for 10 through the air. Double tight end set. Taylor looks to be rushing 4. Faking the handoff is Marty. Throw across the middle. There's Yeaton for another catch of the middle into Taylor territory, down inside the 30 before Kazmarek stops him. They'll say Yeaton gets all the way down to the 24-yard line, so he takes it from his own 43. He rumbles all the way down to the Taylor 24-yard line, a pickup of 33 on Yeaton's 3rd catch of the night. And Butler looks to be trying to get back to the red zone. They threaten to break this 3-all tie here with just shy of 5 minutes remaining here in this second quarter. So a 32-yard completion under center. Jet sweep near side to Snyder, cutting it back up around the end. Runs away from Arnold, now trying to jet back, and he'll be smothered up from behind. Trailing the play was Paula Falima, who had to sit out last week. Falima back in there now for Tiwi. Chases Snyder down from behind. But it's a pickup of 9, second down and 1, down to the Taylor 15. .43 yards on the ground here for Snyder tonight on 11 carries. Actually make it 46. Second and 1 from the Taylor 15. Game tied at 3 with 4:10 remaining here in a rain-drenched Turner Stadium. Tight end in motion, back to the right. Inside handoff, Snyder, untouched until he gets to the line of scrimmage. Out to the left side, he's going to go in untouched for a 15-yard touchdown. And Snyder breaks our 3-all tie with 3:58 remaining in the second half. And Snyder just runs right around the left end, and he goes in from 15 for a touchdown. Bevelheimer to add the extra point. Good snap, good hold. And it's on through. 9-play drive for Butler that spans 90 yards after they muffed the kickoff. It bounced around and they recovered it at their own. They were able to get the ball out to their own 10. They go 90 yards in 9 plays. And with 3:58 to go here in the first half, Butler has regained the lead. They're up 10-3. And a big drive upcoming for the Trojans as Butler will get the kickoff to start the second half. First and 10 for Taylor from the Butler 31. They go from left to right, down by 7 here with 3:52 remaining here in the opening half. Rain continues to fall overhead with Pollard, the quarterback, in there for TU in the pistol. Crisp is the deep man behind him. Delayed handoff. Now Pollard will keep it himself. He'll be tripped up in the backfield. He'll lean forward. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. But Max Worth, the freshman linebacker, trips him up. Actually, make that 49 Dan Del Grasso, So Del Grasso trips up Pollard. It's no gain, and it remains at the 31 for Taylor. TU just 2 for 12 through the air tonight for 5 yards between Saltzgaber and Pollard, each with only one completion here tonight. 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right, 4-man rush for Pollard. Option near side, he'll pitch to Crisp outside of the 30, down to the 35. He'll be tackled out, down to the 37-yard line, a gain of 6, third down and manageable here for the Taylor offense with Eric Stepp, one of 2 guys getting the stop on the play for Butler along with Carter Raleigh. Craig Faulkner, the wide receiver, out. Preston Scott, the tight end, is in here for Taylor. 3rd and 4 for TU. Pollard, the quarterback. Boy, the wide man to the near side. Kempton and Holbein with Scott bunched to the left. Butler will drop 5. Protection breaks down. Pollard tries to slip through. He leans back out to the 35, but that'll be a sack and a loss of 2. And another punt upcoming here for the Taylor Trojans. Sixth punt for Gunderson tonight, and a flag is thrown right before he gets it off. Third false start by a Taylor player tonight. And they'll move this snap back to the 25. Nope, back to the 30. New return man in there is a starting running back, Brad Snyder, after Aguilar fumbled the last punt return try. And a timeout taken here by Butler. With 1:57 remaining in the second quarter, they lead Taylor 10-3. We'll pause momentarily. Sixth punt of the evening for Gunderson. A low snap, and he'll drive this one out of here. Snyder runs to the near side. He'll catch it in the air just outside the 30. Coming back into the play, he'll run through a couple tackles. He'll slip on through to the 40, stays on his feet to the 45. Baker will wrestle him down and ride him down close to the 50. Call it the 47 on a good return there by Snyder on his first punt return of the night after Aguilar fumbled the last punt, and that led to the first 3 points for Taylor a drive ago. First and 10 for Butler from their own 47. They move from right to left, and they lead 10-3. Scatia will roll to the right side. Marty will throw. A low throw that's hauled in. Trying to get the number on that catch was by number 14, James Marba, on his first completion. And Butler goes to the hurry-up. Second and short from the Taylor 46. They'll get the ball to start the second half, trying to get some more points here. Complete to the right, to the near side, I should say. Complete to Huth. A first down, that'll stop the clock as Huth is stopped at the Taylor 41. So Marty goes over 100 yards throwing here in the first half, now 9 for 12. And the clock restarts again, 1:10 remaining before halftime. Marty rolls to the right side, throwing on the run, complete again to the right side. It looked like the man's knee was down, and it was. That's another completion to Marba on the right side. His first two completions of the afternoon have come on this drive, and a timeout is called. By whom? I think it looks like it'll be called on Butler. If it is, that would be their second. And timeout is called. They'll reset the clock to 1:05. Second charge timeout to Butler. We'll pause momentarily. Second and 4 for Butler with 65 seconds remaining here in this opening half. They lead 10-3, and they will get the ball to start the second half. Marty takes a shotgun snap, setting his feet, throw across the seam, and it's going to be dropped by Marba, excuse me. Third time he's been targeted on the drive, his first drop of the afternoon. Third and 4 with exactly a minute remaining here in this opening half. Butler leading Taylor 10-3. They go from right to left. It's been raining since the kickoff. Wind has been blowing in from the left corner of the stadium. A right hash mark snap. Give to Scatia. Wide open space near side out to the 30, trying to bounce outside the numbers. Little skip step with Wynn. He'll shove him out of bounds, but that will be after Scatia gets the first down carry. Steps out of bounds with 54 seconds remaining in the half. And a fresh set of downs here for Butler, leading Taylor 10-3. First and 10 from the Taylor 27-yard line. Play comes in from the far sideline to the quarterback, Will Marty. Two wide receivers right, one to the left. Temple is out wide to the right. He has barely been targeted here this afternoon with no catches. Marty looks his way, trying to change that here. There's a sliding catch inside the 20 for this past week's FCS National Offensive Player of the Week. His first catch takes it inside the Taylor 20 down to the 19. Second down and short for Butler as they go to the hurry-up. Just one timeout left, 40 seconds left before halftime. Back to Temple. He'll step out of bounds and spin out there at the 12. A gain of 7 on second and short, and a fresh set of downs here for Butler, as they've done really well to get big chunk yardage on first down and then get something out to the sideline on a second down. And now a timeout is called by Taylor. It'll be their first of 3 with 36 seconds remaining here in the opening half. Butler with the ball, first and 10 from the Taylor 12. And Taylor with 2 timeouts remaining. We will pause momentarily. Taylor with 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half. Butler with 1, but the Bulldogs have the ball going from right to left in blue, leading 10-3, 1st and 10 from the Taylor 13-yard line. Actually called to 12. Snap, faking the handoff. Marty looks across the middle. He'll have a man wide open, and going in untouched is Brad Huth for a 13-yard touchdown pass, and it's 16-3 Butler here with 32 seconds remaining in the half. So a 12-yard completion to Huth. And with 32 seconds remaining here in the first half, Bevelheimer comes in to try to add the extra point. He's been perfect on both, on his only other extra point try here so far tonight. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good as well. With 32 seconds remaining here in this first half of play, a drive that takes a minute and 8 seconds off the clock, a quick-moving one. There from the Butler Bulldogs. They increased their lead to 2 touchdowns. They're up 17-3 with a kickoff upcoming here from Turner Stadium. Bevelheimer has it teed up. Hodge and Grant Garrick are both back deep for TU. Little sidewinder that Hodge will watch bounce into the end zone. The touchback will put Taylor 1st and 10 of their own 25. They have 2 timeouts left and 32 seconds to work with, down 17-3. And Taylor will just take a knee here and go into the locker room. Down 17-3 after a scoreless first quarter. Both teams have combined to score all 20 points here in the second frame, as Pollard will take the knee, and both teams will head into the locker room. Butler will head into the locker room up 17-3. Taylor tied the game at 3. Butler has scored 14 unanswered. And we will head to the halftime break with Butler leading Taylor 17-3. This is Taylor football here on the Trojan Sports Network.
The decision you're making is about so much more than where you'll spend the next 4 years. It's about how you'll live the next 40. So let me break down the Taylor University experience. We integrate faith and learning to become well-rounded, lifelong learners, while delivering a deeper knowledge of our specific areas of study. Whether you're producing award-winning films, building satellites for NASA, or preparing for a national ethics debate, Taylor will push you to excel in your field. But excellence isn't always about having the right answers. Sometimes it's about asking the right questions. Taylor is interdenominational. That means we can't always fall back on specific church doctrine to settle issues. We rely on scripture and the dynamic nature of iron sharpening iron to better know the God who's not afraid of our question. Much of this happens in the small town of Upland, Indiana, the place where Taylor does life together. But don't let this small town fool you. The schedule is packed with things to do, and through these activities, faculty, staff, and students become more than individuals occupying the same address. They become a community. But this community isn't limited to the campus. We travel. Boy, do we travel. We are ranked as one of the top 10 schools in the country for overseas experiences. But it isn't just about the going. It's about the sharing of those experiences. and being challenged by those who come to Upland as their international experience. Taylor is one of a few Christian colleges that expects all students to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. Now, this doesn't mean Taylor is a Christian Disneyland full of cardboard cutout perfection. Taylor is full of real people with real problems, and living together can get kind of messy. But in that mess, we take Jesus' call from John 13 seriously. We practice picking up our towel and dealing with the mess in each other's lives. We're not here just to follow the rules for 4 years. Instead, we hope to learn to live authentic lives, calling each other to lives of meaning. Every day, our focus remains on the 40, not just the 4. We'd love to show you more about Taylor. Come visit, sit in on a class, go to chapel, spend a night in a residence hall. Experience the difference for yourself.
Back here at Turner Stadium at 17-3, Butler at halftime after neither team was able to score there in the first quarter after Taylor had gotten into the Butler side of the field twice in that opening quarter but came away scoreless. The two teams combined to score 20 points in that second quarter. As the rain starts to pick up here, once again, the wind really picking up here as well. Here at Turner Stadium as the fans start making their way inside to Odell Arena to go use, maybe just to dry off a little bit or go get a snack or something, but probably more likely than not just dry off here on a cold, windy, and wet day at Turner Stadium. Just 2 completions between Saltzgaber and Pollard, the 2 Taylor quarterbacks. They're 2 for 12 for 5 yards. Saltzgaber with the only positive completion. On the other side of the ball, Will Marty, the quarterback for Butler, 14 for 18 for 139 yards and a touchdown. His longest pass, a 32-yarder to Sam Yeaton. Taylor's done well offensively on the ground, 16 carries for 95 yards. Pollard for 5 for 59 of them with a long of 37 on the opening drive of the game. Spencer Crisp, 8 for 32, his longest of 13. Lefevre had 2 carries for 5 yards. The receivers for the Trojans, Daniel Boy had a catch for 7. Spencer Crisp had a catch for -2. Leading the way for Butler is Sam Yeaton. He has 60 yards receiving. Schwantz with 20. Huth with a touchdown for 12 yards. Their leading receiver, their best offensive player, Pace Temple, did not have his name called until that last drive of the opening half. He caught 2 balls for 15 yards. Defensively, for Taylor, they're led by Jeff Kazmarek with 6 tackles and a pass breakup. Jackson Bronkema with 7. Mark Baker with 5. Butler led by Luke Sennett with 7 tackles. Mason Brunner with 2. He also has 2 tackles for loss. That halftime stats brought to you by BSN Sports. First downs breakdown, Butler with 12, Taylor with 4, all 4 on the ground, 7 through the air first down conversions for Butler. 2 fumbles for the Bulldogs, they recovered 1. The other one led to the Trojans only points here of the afternoon so far. We'll take a break. We will come back with the second half after this commercial break. This has been the BSN Sports Halftime Report here on the Trojan Sports Network. At the half, it is Butler 17, Taylor 3 here on the Trojan Sports Network.
The decision you're making is about so much more than where you'll spend the next 4 years. It's about how you'll live the next 40. So let me break down the Taylor University experience. We integrate faith and learning to become well-rounded, lifelong learners. while delivering a deeper knowledge of our specific areas of study. Whether you're producing award-winning films, building satellites for NASA, or preparing for a national ethics debate, Taylor will push you to excel in your field. But excellence isn't always about having the right answers. Sometimes it's about asking the right questions. Taylor is interdenominational. That means we can't always fall back on specific church doctrine to settle issues. We rely on Scripture and the dynamic nature of iron sharpening iron to better know the God who's not afraid of our question. Much of this happens in the small town of Upland, Indiana, the place where Taylor does life together. But don't let this small town fool you. The schedule is packed with things to do, and through these activities, faculty, staff, and students become more than individuals occupying the same address. They become a community. But this community isn't limited to the campus. We travel. Boy, do we travel. We are ranked as one of the top 10 schools in the country for overseas experiences. But it isn't just about the going. It's about the sharing of those experiences and being challenged by those who come to Upland as their international experience. Taylor is one of a few Christian colleges that expects all students to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. Now, this doesn't mean Taylor is a Christian Disneyland full of cardboard cutout perfection. Taylor is full of real people with real problems, and living together can get kind of messy. But in that mess, we take Jesus' call from John 13 seriously. We practice picking up our towel and dealing with the mess in each other's lives. We're not here just to follow the rules for 4 years. Instead, we hope to learn to live authentic lives, calling each other to lives of meaning. Every day, our focus remains on the 40, not just the 4. We'd love to show you more about Taylor. Come visit, sit in on a class, go to chapel, spend a night in a residence hall. Experience the difference for yourself.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Your heart? Well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH, from our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments, in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Since opening in the late 1980s, the Maddox Family Dental Center has been focusing on providing the highest quality dental care for their patients. Children to adults can receive a full-service treatment to meet their dental needs. The Maddox Family Dental Center has 2 locations in Hartford City and Dunkirk and always welcomes new patients. The Maddox Family Dental Center, a proud corporate partner of Taylor University Athletics.
The Taylor University campus store, with their innovative textbook Butler delivery service and name brand Taylor apparel and gifts, supports the Trojans year-round. The campus store, powered by Tree of Life Books, is a proud corporate partner of TU Athletics. It's easy to find something to show off someone's TU pride with 2 campus locations, one in the Dome and one in the campus center near the food court. The store is also open 24/7 at taylorcampusstore.com.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Play that old song! You really want her to play it. That's what's really going to evoke the memory. You gotta have the music that you listeners to listen to.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Since opening in the late 1980s, the Maddox Family Dental Center has been focusing on providing the highest quality dental care for their patients. Children to adults can receive a full-service treatment to meet their dental needs. The Maddox Family Dental Center has 2 locations in Hartford City and Dunkirk and always welcomes new patients. The Maddox Family Dental Center, a proud corporate partner of Taylor University Athletics.
Second half about to begin here from Turner Stadium. Trojans down 17-3. And it'll be kicking off deep to Butler here to start. Joe Zuckery and Kayvon Samuels are deep. Samuels the one that muffed it earlier. He'll get this one and field it cleanly inside the 5. Up the right side hash mark, outside the 20 to the 25. He's run into and dropped just shy of the 39-yard line. Stop of the play by Andrew Fleming, a freshman linebacker for Taylor, and that's where Butler will take over. First and 10 to start this third quarter off. They lead 17-3. Will Marty, 14 for 18 through the air in that first half in some not-so-ideal conditions. Rain still coming down lightly here. He's got Scatia in the backfield with him. 3 wide to the right. He gives off to the scat back Scatia. Blows up the right side, up the far side. Hash marks and a first down carry from the 28 all the way out to the 42. A gain of 14. And a first down and 10 here as Scatia exploded up the right side of the line. Longest carry, ties the longest carry of the afternoon for Scatia. He's got 49 yards on the ground. He's to the left of Marty in the gun, 2 wide outs to the left, and now Snyder, the running back, comes in motion from the wide right to slot left. Butler from right to left in blue. Marty, his zone keeper, will be hauled down in the backfield, holding on for dear life, and then spinning him around like a rag doll is Tyler Hasbrook. His second big stop of the afternoon. No gain on second and 10. The ball moves to the 42 on the near side hash mark. Hasbrook read the zone read perfectly. He was marking Marty and kept with him step for step and then dropped him for no gain. Snyder, the running back, exits. Wide receivers come into the right. Those are Baldwin and Dennis wide to the right. Temple to the left. And Scatia will now reset himself on the right of Marty. Pocket moves as Marty in the shotgun rolls to the right. Outside, now trying to cut it up the numbers. Will dance around a little bit. Ron Murray wraps him up around the shoulders and pulls him down for a gain of 3 down to the Butler 45 as Marty rolled to the right side on a looking to pass, had to tuck it and run. And now will be a 3rd down and 5 from the 45, or the 46, excuse me, on the 4-yard pickup from Marty. His 4th carry still in negative yardage running today. Butler was 4 for 8 on 3rd downs in the first half. Here's their first 3rd down of half 2. The line to gain is the Taylor 48. 3rd and 5 from the right hash mark from the Butler 46. So I actually call it the Taylor 49, the line to gain. Marty throws to the right side, a high throw, and that one's incomplete. And a 3 and out here a nice stop on 3rd down after the first play went for a first down. The Taylor defense stiffens up, and they'll force a punt on the opening drive here of quarter 3. Just the 5th incompletion by Marty here today. Giebel comes in. This will be his 4th punt with 3 gunners to the near side and 1 out wide to the right. Taylor brings pressure. This one's going to be blocked. Arnold blocked it. Hodge is going to scoop it up, and Hodge is going to score his 2nd blocked punt touchdown of the season. He recovered the blocked punt last week, and then it looks like the Trojans do block another one. It looked like it was Arnold who took it right off of Giebel's foot. And for the 2nd week in a row, the Trojans block a punt, and they score a touchdown off of it. And with 12:50 to go in the 3rd quarter, Taylor draws to within 17-9. So Gunderson to add the extra point. First touchdown of the day comes on the special teams for Taylor. Out of the hold of the backup quarterback, Zach Saltzgaber. A high snap, gets it down. Gunderson's kick is up, and it is through. So it looks like Arnold, number 53, Baker, comes up with the block. And then Hodge scoops it up and does the rest. So 17-10, the Taylor deficit with 12:50 remaining. Here in this 3rd quarter, a perfect start here for the Trojans. So do give it to Mark Baker. So Baker with the block, Hodge with the scoop, and he rumbles in from 29 yards out. So Taylor within a touchdown, and the ball will go right back to Butler here on the 2nd possession of the 3rd quarter. And for the first time today, the ball blows off the tee. And that has ignited the Taylor sideline down below us. They try to get this very strong crowd going. Even Lucas Fotis down there doing a jig on the near sideline. So Gunderson gets the ball re-teed. Zuccari and Samuels deep. This is a short one. It will roll out of bounds on the far sideline. And so Gunderson's first kickoff rolls out of bounds today as they try to go for the pooch punt on the far side of the field. That one worked successfully last week at Indiana Wesleyan and Taylor's win over the Wildcats. It'll be 1st and 10 for Butler from their own 35. They go from right to left in blue. Scatia picked up a 14-yard carry on the opening play of the last drive. But then the offense really got stuck in the mud after that. Brian Rinaldo, a sophomore running back, is now in there as a wingback set left with Marty under center. Snyder comes in motion. They give him the jet sweep, puts his foot in the ground, tries to cut it up just past the center, slips through a tackle. He's already in Taylor territory at the 45 to the 40. Cutting back outside the numbers, he's horse-collared around, and then he'll be dropped as he leans forward for an extra couple of yards, being touched down at the Taylor 36-yard line. A big carry on 1st down by Snyder, who came on the jet sweep. That's a 29-yard pickup for Snyder on his longest carry of the afternoon. And a 1st down and 10 here for Butler as they're in Taylor territory at the TU 36, going from right to left in blue. Their lead now trimmed down to 7. A back on either side of Marty will throw the screen near side to Snyder, catches it, turns it up at the 35. He'll be spun around by TJ Swore. And Snyder got no farther than the 34. A gain of 2 on the screen pass to the near side. Second catch by Snyder here today. 2nd and 8 from the Taylor 34. Near side hash mark snap. Temple out wide to the left. Bronkema and Gehrig will defend him. Now Snyder moves to the right side of the formation. Faking the handoff. Screen right side. Snyder wide open again. 35-30. Cuts back at the numbers. Runs through the Swore tackle. Then Hill and Wynn drop him. But Snyder picks up the 1st down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 9 on 2nd and 8. And Butler goes to the hurry up here. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. And move the ball back to the Taylor 26, a gain of 8. They got the yard to gain right on the nose. Another pass to Snyder. His second catch, or third catch, I should say. 2 to the right, 2 to the left for Butler. A right hash mark snap. Faking the handoff, throwing it right over the seam, and throwing it into the ground was Will Marty as he tried to find Brad Huth, who caught a 12-yard touchdown there late in the first half for the Bulldogs. Marty's 16 for 22 through the air this afternoon. But after finding Temple for 14 of his 25 completions on last Saturday in the win over Youngstown State, a little more diversified receiving totals today for the Bulldogs. Scatia, handoff around the right side out of the gun. He is a quick little guy as he bolts his way up close to the Taylor 15. And they'll stop him at the 17-yard line, a gain of 9 on 2nd and 10. With 11:04 remaining here in the third quarter, Taylor scores off the blocked punt to draw to within 7. They'll try to hold tight here with the ball right at the Taylor 17-yard line. It's a 3rd down and 1. Butler 0 for 1 on 3rd downs here in this half. Yeaton moves to the right side of the formation as a tight end. 6 on the play clock. Marty underneath. He'll just barrel right on through across the 15-yard line. Tackled to the 13, a gain of 4 on 3rd and 1. And there's the first 3rd down conversion for Butler here in this third quarter. Third first down picked up here on this drive by the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 for Butler from the Taylor 13. They go from right to left in blue, Taylor in white. Yeaton is a tight end to the left. Temple and Adam Baker wide outs to the left for Butler. Scatia stays in the backfield with Marty in the gun. Snap, handoff to Scatia over the left guard. He'll just slither his way through down inside the Taylor 5. It'll be close to another first down. It looks like he gets down at the 5-yard line. And it will be 2nd down and 1. A very short one. So the ball at the 4.5-yard line. And it's 2nd down and 2 from the 5. 3 wide to the left. Scatia stays back there with Marty. Now he moves to Marty's right. Inside handoff to Scatia. Just slips on through, turns behind the goal line, spins off a tackle, and he is in from 5 yards out. First touchdown of the afternoon for Anthony Scatia, as he did the heavy lifting there on that drive for the Butler Bulldogs. And after Taylor blocks the punt on the opening drive for Butler here in the second half, the Bulldogs come back and answer with a touchdown of their own, and they're an extra point away from going back up 14. Bevelheimer, last week's Pioneer League Special Teams Player of the Week, has been perfect on extra point tries today. Good snap. Hold is good too. And the kick is up through the uprights. With 9:19 remaining here in the third quarter, it's Butler 24, Taylor 10, as the two teams have traded touchdowns here in this third quarter. Solid drive there. 7 plays to span 65 yards for Butler. They've had 2 really big drives. They had one that went 90 back in that first half as they've answered Taylor's blocked punt touchdown, and they go back in front by 14. And for the first time here in the second half, Taylor will give the ball over to their offense. Grant Gehrig and Holden Hodge are back deep for TU. They've been the primary kickoff return men here throughout the night. Bevelheimer will curl it towards Hodges' way near side. The wide receiver takes it to 12, outside the numbers 20, trying to stay on his feet, and he's tripped up just short of the 25-yard line. A good stop there by the coverage of Cameron Langer, the senior DB, and after the tackle, he takes a couple glares at the Taylor sideline down below us. And so Hodge takes it. It gets stopped at the Taylor 23. That's where TU will start down 14 with their first offensive possession here of the third quarter. So Everett Pollard will get the start here in the second half. Just 1 for 8 through the air today. Crisp and the man back with him. Preston Scott, a tight end to the right and 2 wide to the left. Inside give to Crisp. He'll barrel over the first tackler there and lean down for a gain of 2 down to the 26. And filling that hole for the Butler Bulldogs was the linebacker Dan Del Grosso, who's been all over the field here today for BU. So a gain of 2 to the 26. Second down and 8 here for Taylor. Down 24-14, their first offensive possession here this third quarter with 8:40 remaining. Shotgun snap, Pollard looking near side. Boyd gets away. He'll catch it outside the numbers of the 30, stay on his feet, runs through a couple more tackles. He'll lean out close to the 35 down to the 34, and that will be enough by a yard out to the 35-yard line, a gain of 10 on the second completion of the evening, I should say, here for Everett Pollard. And the second catch for Daniel Boy. 17 yards through the air for 81 in white. And it's a 1st and 10 for TU. Pollard in the pistol, Crisp behind him. Butler will be rushing 5 up the middle. Crisp will get away from the blitzer, but he can't get away from everybody else. He'll be dropped back at the 34-yard line. As they take the men off the pile, it was Dan Del Grosso again, and this time Mason Brunner, the first one to hit him, and then Del Grosso came in to finish the play. Titus Martin, one of the Taylor offensive linemen, checks out. Dalton Lowry, a tight end, out. They'll bring in Grant Holbein. Kyle Kempton, the wide receiver to the left. 3 receivers bunched to the right. Pollard points to the something on the Butler defensive line and might be changing the play. 4 down linemen for the Bulldogs. It'll blitz up the middle to drop 3 in coverage. A stretch play near side. Crisp outside the numbers, and he'll be undercut for another loss on the play. The first one in there was Brunner. Back-to-back tackles for Brunner. Also putting his nose in there was Dalton Rogers. And Taylor behind the sticks here. It'll be 3rd and 11. Make it 3rd and 13 as they walk this one back to the Taylor 32. Third and 12 for the Trojans. They were 0 for 7 on 3rd down in the first half. Here's their first crack at a 3rd down conversion here in half 2. Empty set with Pollard in the backfield. 3 left, 2 right. Rushing for his Butler. Throw across the middle. Holbein, it goes through his hands, and that would have been short anyway for the line to gain. The first one to hit him, Austin Lewis along with Xavier Colvin. So Taylor now 0 for 8 on 3rd down conversions here tonight. And they'll punt the ball back down 24-10 here to Butler. For Gunderson, this will be his 7th punt of the evening. He had a 50-yarder back there in the first half. And Snyder, the running back, is back deep again for his second punt return of the night. High, spiraling kick. Snyder calls for the late fair catch. He makes it at the 31-yard line. A punt of 36 yards for Gunderson. And after that first punt went short, his last 6 have been really, really strong. But Taylor punts on their opening possession and they give the ball back to Butler. They're going to rely on the defense here to try and keep this margin at just 14 for the Trojans. 6:35 remaining here in the third quarter. Both teams were scoreless there in that first frame. And the offense has started to click here after that opening quarter. Marty breaks the huddle with third-string running back Brian Ronaldo as a wingback to the right. Scatia is a slot man to the left. Marty under center, Scatia in motion. They give the jet sweep around the right side. Suarez right there, and he'll wrap him up and bear hug him down for a gain of 1. Swore read that play beautifully and waited for Scatia to come right into those big arms of 6 and White. And he drops him for a gain of 1, second down and 9. 8th carry for Scatia tonight for 55 yards. 6:14 and counting, third quarter. Second down and 9 for Butler from their own 34. They go from right to left in blue, Taylor in all white. Marty back in the gun with Snyder to his left. A high snap, he hauls it in. Marty looking near side, a screen pass to Snyder. Swore trying to chase him down. He punches the ball out of bounds, but not before Snyder picks up some reasonable yardage, a gain of 5 or 4. Will they mark him at the 38 or the 39 of Butler? Either way, it'll be a third down and reasonable. A referee on the far side is ready to walk it up to the 40. They'll place the ball back at the 39. A gain of 5 on the swing pass to Snyder. On his 4th reception of the night. Butler 1 for 2 on third downs here this evening in the second half so far. A managed short motion to the right, 3rd and 3. Faking the handoff is Marty, rolling to the right. Pressure comes. He'll find the soft spot in the zone. Kazmarek there for the tackle, but not before Steven Dennis hauls in another key pass. He stopped at the 45-yard line, a gain of 6 on 3rd and 3. Call it the 46-yard line. And a gain of 7. And the drive continues here for Butler as Dennis hauls in his 3rd catch of the night. Or 3rd catch, this time for this now moves him to 22 yards. 4-man front for TU, 5 in the nickel. Dennis and Temple wide to the left, double tight end. Marty was initially under center, now backs up. Right hash mark snap. Rain has stopped here. Over the right end is Snyder. He'll slip through a tackle, now through 2 more, and he'll be taken down from behind right at the line to gain by Jeff Kazmarek, the Taylor defensive back. But a gain of 10 on 1st down and 10, and under 5 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. Butler's offense driving again as they try to score their 2nd touchdown here in the third quarter. So calling a gain of 12 for Snyder. Another good carry there for 7 in blue. And that puts him over 100 yards. He's at 100 on the nose on 14 carries. He lines up to the left of Marty in the shotgun. Another give off to Snyder. He'll slice his way on through and carry tacklers with him. Jackson and Murray, the 2 Taylor linebackers, in there for the stop. Snyder up those right hash marks. Finally take it down to the Taylor 38. A gain of 6 on 1st and 10. .410 remaining in the third quarter. Pace Temple, who was the FCS National Offensive Player of the Week last week for his 14-catch, 1 touchdown and over 100 yards receiving in the win over Youngstown State, has been limited tonight. But 181 yards on the ground here for the Butler Bulldogs. They'll try to add more to it here. Snyder bouncing it back to the right side. Gets a block from the quarterback, Marty. Snyder already with a 1st down outside the numbers right side and down inside the 20. A big carry there for Snyder as he got a big block around the right end by his quarterback, Will Marty. So down to the 18, a gain of 20 on the carry for Snyder. And for Snyder, that's one of his longer runs of the night. Takes him to 126 on the evening on 16 carries. 1st and 10 for Butler from the Taylor 18. The Bulldogs lead by 14. And now Marty will go under center with Snyder, the only deep man behind him. They'll feed him again up the middle. Trying to bounce it out left side. He'll run into a wall of white uniforms. And get stopped for a minimal gain. Reagan, Jackson, Jake Arnold all in on the stop. Now Reagan will exit. He'll be replaced by Sam Bartu, the sophomore defensive lineman. Under 3 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Butler up 14, 24-10. We've had 2 touchdowns here in this third quarter. One on the blocked punt by TU that Holden Hodge recovered and ran into the end zone. And then Scatia with a 5-yard carry. Snyder has had the healthy work here on the ground. Runs through more Taylor tackles as he has just been so slippery tonight, getting extra yards after the initial contact. Gets a stop for picks up 5 on 3rd and long, or 2nd and long, I should say. Gets stopped at the Taylor 11. It'll be 3rd and short here for Butler. Just 2 passes on the entire drive here for Butler. This will be their 8th play of the drive. 3rd and 3 from the Taylor 11. The line to gain is the 8. Snap will come on the right hash mark. Butler has picked up one third down conversion here. Double tight end set, a wing back to the left, Scatia in motion. Marty will push his way forward, and he will be close to the line to gain, it looks like. Nope, he'll be short by an inch. Butler brought Scatia in motion from the slot, maybe looking like they're going to try to have that jet sweep that they've run a couple times tonight. So the second third down stop for Taylor, but it'll be 4th and inches here for Butler. They need to get to the 8. And the Taylor defense will line up here. First 4th down try of the night from either team. 4th and an inch. Marty will jet around the right side. He's on his feet. He'll stiff arm Kaz Merrick, and he'll rumble into the end zone from 9 yards out as Marty stiff armed the Taylor defensive back. Almost was able to pull him down at the 2, but then Marty goes in on a 4th and 1. Calling his own number around the right end, and he's in there standing up from the 9. A 9-yard carry from Marty. And Butler now leads by 20, 30-10. Bevelheimer's been perfect today on the extra points. Trying to keep that streak here. And it looks like he will, and he does. With 1:26 remaining in the third quarter, after the Butler offense was really stymied there in that first quarter, they have scored 31 points since putting up a 0 there in the first. The Taylor offense will get the ball back for the second time here in this third quarter. They'll try to get things going, now down by 21 points, 31-10, with 1:26 remaining in a quick-moving third quarter. Hodge and Gehrig, have switched sides of the field of where they will return. Hodge now on the side of the field away from us on the left side. And Grant Gehrig, the freshman, on the near side. And that wind is going to frustrate Bevelheimer again. He had the ball blown off the tee twice before the opening kickoff tonight. And now he'll try to get this one teed up here as the wind picks up again from the far side corner. And then right as Bevelheimer walks away, he will have it blown off the tee. So Ryan Smith will have to come in and hold this one for Butler, just like they did on the opening kickoff of the game tonight. .86 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. Taylor down 21. They're looking for their first offensive touchdown of the night. Ball bounces near side. Grant Gehrig takes it back to the middle of the field. 15 on his feet to the 20, still to the 25. He runs into a wall of blue. And the Butler player is swiping at that ball, trying to get it out of Gehrig's hands. Ryan Perkins, one of many Bulldogs, in there on the stop. And the Taylor offense comes back onto the field for just the second time here in this third quarter. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 25 with 1:19 remaining here in this third quarter. Down 21. We'll call it the 26, actually. Lefevre behind Pollard in the pistol. Holbein and Hodge wide to the near side. And 2 wideouts wide to the left. It looks like Bowie and Ben Davis. Butler rushes 4. Pollard fakes the handoff, drops straight back, going down the middle of the Hodge, trying to go over the defender. He rips it away, and now he's running in Butler territory. Tackled finally inside the 30 by Eric Stepp, but Hodge climbed over the defensive back, and what a first reception for 88 and White. And the Taylor offense cooking here inside the Butler territory, inside the BU 30. Huge reception for Hodge, and just the second completion for Pollard, and he gives it off to the speedy Lefevre, who barrels up the middle for a short gain. A 45-yard pitch and catch from Pollard to Hodge. A gain of 2 to Lefevre. His third carry of the evening. And it's 3rd and 8 from the Butler 27. Taylor down 21, their second offensive possession of the third quarter. Pollard fakes the pass, will try to roll near side, trying to stay behind the line of scrimmage. He'll loop it to Hodge, who's open, and then it goes in and out of his hands as he was right there at the 5. A flag is thrown in from our back judge as Pollard looked like he was initially going to run, then tried to hit the brakes and try to make sure that he was behind the line of scrimmage. The flag was thrown by our official that was all the way there in the end zone, and now Hodge comes up just a little bit limp. We have not heard much from Matt Bucci here in this second half. It was the back judge who threw the flag from the end zone. And now we'll see what the call is here. Taylor whistled for 4 penalties in the first half, Butler for 1. So it'll be a loss of down because Pollard ran across the line of scrimmage. Taylor also had an illegal man downfield. And the ball has been moved back to the 31-yard line. Actually called the 32. So 3rd and 13 for TU. They have struggled on third down tonight. They have gone 0 for 8. A right hash mark snap from to Pollard. Looking to the near side, a quick throw. There's Kyle Kempton inside the 20. He'll muscle his way in. That's good enough for a first down as Kempton is tackled at the Butler 17. As Rogers was in there on the stop. A gain of 15 on 3rd and 13 on Kempton's first catch tonight. And the first third down conversion comes from Taylor on their 9th try. Still on the right hash mark will be Pollard. Looks to the right. Now he'll run. He'll tuck it and try to cut back, and he is stopped right in his tracks at the 14-yard line of Butler. Coming up and making the stop, Justin Marcus, the linebacker. And that will be the last play of the third quarter. We head to the fourth with Taylor down by 21, 31-10 here to Butler. The offense driving here. They'll have it 2nd and 10 from the Butler 17 or 16-yard line. We'll come back after this commercial break here on the Trojan Sports Network.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well.
Fourth quarter here for TU. Down 31-10. They're outscored 14-7 in that third quarter. And the Trojans still in search of that first offensive touchdown tonight. 2nd and 9 for the Trojans from the 17 here of Butler. Lefevre. Pollard will fake the option, still on his feet. Running back behind Taylor Johnson, and Pollard will cut it back to the 10. A gain of 7, actually give him down to the 9. So a gain of 8 there for the Taylor quarterback. And it's 3rd and goal, and Pollard will quickly hurry the Trojans to the line of scrimmage. He'll go over the right guard. Stood up. And he might have gotten the line to gain by the hair of his chin. No, they'll say he's short by a yard as Taylor and Pollard try to catch Butler napping. So Taylor just 1 for 10 on third down tonight. The Butler sideline across from us jumping up and down. They try to help their defense get a fourth down stop. Butler 1 for 1 on fourth downs. Play clock at 20, so Pollard with plenty of time. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. Lefevre the back in the backfield here with Pollard. 4th and 1 to go from the Butler 8. Throws to the backside, going up and getting it knocked out of there is Kyle Kempton as Pollard threw a jump ball to the far side. Kempton had it for a moment. It was knocked away by the defensive back on the far side of the field. That was Joe Zuccari, who leapt up and knocked it away from Kempton. A turnover on downs. We'll give Butler the ball back. 54 seconds in here to the fourth quarter. They lead by 21. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 8. So Will Marty in the offense. They're closing in on 400 yards of total offense tonight. Taylor is at 180. Marty a snap to Snyder, over 100 yards on the ground, trying to bounce it out near side. He'll be snuffed out for a gain of a couple. Brady Hill coming in from the linebacker spot to make the tackle. A gain of 4. Call it 2nd down and 6 out to the 12. Nineteenth carry for Snyder tonight, 136 yards. He's now to the right of Marty, a left hash mark snap, or right hash mark snap, with Butler going from left to right. The Trojans show a blitz from Marty's left. They still will bring it. Here's a handoff to Snyder. He'll run into the blitz, and he'll get just a couple leaning out to the 15. A gain of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 3 here for Butler. They have been pretty efficient on 3rd downs tonight. They are 5 of 10 here tonight, after going 4 for 8 there in the first half. Still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter, but Taylor needs a stop here on 3rd and 3 from the Butler 15. Taylor will rush 4. They'll drop 7. A quick screen pass near side and a big tackle in the open field by Warner. They completed it to Schwantz. Did they stop him short? They did by 2 yards. A good open field tackle there by the safety, Warner. So Derek Warner, the senior safety, comes in. Then Butler now with the decision. And the punting unit comes on here for the Bulldogs. They have not been as efficient here on 3rd downs in the second half. And Giebel will go back to punt once again. It'll be just the 4th punt for Giebel here tonight. The second one for him here in this second half. Timeout is being desperately called for as Taylor had all 10 men up on the line of scrimmage trying to go for another punt block. They had been close before blocking the first punt on the punt on the first drive of the second half. And they got that one there with Baker getting the block, Hodge picking up and rumbling into the end zone. Taylor down 21 here, 11:54 remaining in this fourth quarter. The Taylor Trojans have had the ball just twice offensively in the second half, both resulting in punts. "21 first downs for Butler, just 7 for TU. And it looks like the Trojans are going to pack all 10 guys that are not named Grant Gehrig up on the line of scrimmage, trying to maybe get another block here. With Gieber, he'll get this one away just inside his own 10. The Trojans are going to bring the house here. They blocked 1 punt tonight, and a good protection here by the Bulldogs, and Gehrig has to back up. He'll take this one at his own 37. Up the middle of the field, out to the 45, into Butler territory before he stopped at the 48. A good tackle in the open field by Dalton Rogers, He's played some good defensive snaps tonight for the Bulldogs. Gets a stop here on special teams. And Taylor will take over 1st and 10 from the Butler 48. Down 21 here early on in the fourth. So Pollard in the Taylor offense. Back out with now Josh Saltzgaber in the backfield with the fifth-year senior QB. 4 wideouts. Pollard drops straight back at the gun. Comes a little comebacker to Craig Faulkner. Turns it up to the 45, the 40, 35, and down to the Butler 30. A 19-yard catch for Craig Faulkner on his first catch of the night. And it's 1st and 10 for Taylor as they take it down to the 31, make it an 18-yard catch for 17 and White. Fifth completion for Pollard tonight. 1st and 10 from the Butler 31. A left hash mark snap to Pollard in the pistol. He'll fake the handoff, roll to the right, throw in protection. He's got the man wide open at the 10. That's the big tight end, number 87, Preston Scott, with his first career catch. Back-to-back first down passes from Pollard, and Taylor has got goal to go. Maybe no, it'll be first and goal. Yeah, first and goal from the 8. 23 yards to Preston Scott. A quick moving drive, the third play. Goal to go. Pollard rolls to his right on the fake handoff. Still rolling, a good block from Lowry. There's a late flag. He'll throw to the end zone. It's tapped away. And it looks like they're going to get Lowry for holding as he was trying to set the edge for Pollard as he rolled out to his right. So it remains first down on the holding from Dalton Lowry. And move the ball back for TU back to the 18. 1st and 20 on the 10-yard holding penalty. Their 5th penalty tonight for 40 yards. Snap will come from the near side hash mark. Josh Saltzgaber, the deep man. Pollard dropping straight back, throws to the end zone. He's got Holbein there, and he can't make an over-the-shoulder catch, but the flag is thrown on a pass interference as Ryan Gallagher came in and hit Holbein before the ball got to its intended target. So a 15-yard pass interference will do better than nullify the 10-yard holding on back-to-back plays here. So an automatic first down for Taylor. And it'll be goal to go for the Trojans from the Butler 3. Just one of the few penalties against Butler tonight, just their second or third. 1st and goal from the Butler 3. Taylor down 21 points, 31-10. They look for their first offensive touchdown tonight. Kempton to the left, a double tight end set. Boy out wide to the right. Now Josh Saltzgaber comes up and talks things over with the quarterback Pollard, who's in the pistol. 4 down lineman for Butler. They bring pressure up the middle. Pollard runs a zone read around the left side. He will get into the end zone for the first rushing touchdown for Taylor tonight. And it looks like TU is going to go for 2 here maybe. Nope. Kicking unit will come on. And Pollard scores from 3 yards out. And Taylor an extra point away from getting back down 14. Gunderson out of the hold of Zach Saltzgaber. High snap, he gets it down, and Gunderson will boot this one on through. 10:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Taylor gets their first offensive touchdown of the night, and they now trail by 14, 31-17. Here in the fourth quarter, we're back with the kickoff after this short pause. 3 plays for Taylor, 49 yards. Took less than a minute off the clock. Big catches from Faulkner and Preston Scott. And after back-to-back penalties, put Taylor at the 13, one against them, one for them. A keeper from Pollard has brought them back to within 14. Butler creeps 10 men up, anticipating an onside kick from Gunderson. And he'll just drive this one on deep. A fair catch called for and made inside the 20 by one of the running backs. That is the backup running back, Anthony Scatia. And this is the first time we've seen this new rule come into play. Any fair catch inside the 25 on a kickoff will act as a touchback. So that's the first. No, we didn't see that once last week at Indiana Wesleyan. And we see it for the first time here tonight. So a fair catch in that new rule will put the ball inside the 25-yard line. Or at the 25-yard line, I should say, just like a regular touchback would if the ball went into the end zone. First and 10 for Butler with 10:40 to go in the fourth quarter. They lead Taylor by 14. Scatia, the man in the backfield. Yeaton in motion, back to the right. Faking the handoff is Marty up the seam to Yeaton, and he overthrows his target as he's been able to find 45 in blue almost at will up the seam. But an incompletion from Marty, just his 8th one of the night. And it's second down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Brad Snyder, a slot receiver to the right, starting running back. Now he comes in motion. They fake the handoff. They'll give it up to Scatia up the middle, and Arnold will stop him for a short gain. We'll say 3 out to we'll call it 2 down to the 27. Good job by Arnold to not get fooled by the jet sweep try with Snyder. So 3rd and 7 for Butler from the 27-yard line. Make it the 28, excuse me. So Scatia gets 3. Butler 50% on 3rd downs tonight. Marty fakes the handoff. Pressure comes. He has to climb the pocket near side. Throws out. And the pass was caught. Was it inbounds? No, it was not. Not able to get his feet down on the near side was the Butler receiver, Stephen Dennis, who has come up with some big first down converting catches tonight. But now he's down on the near side of the field on his knees and hands and being attended to by the athletic training staff. 4th down here for Butler. We'll see what they want to do here after the injury timeout. They lead Taylor 31-17 with 9:48 remaining here in the 4th. Fourth and 7 for Butler from their own 28. Taylor has already blocked 1 punt tonight. They've come close a couple of other times. And they bring all 10 men to the line of scrimmage again, trying to get another block. Giebel drives it out of there. Gehrig to the near sideline. Gets away from one tackler trying to get away, and he runs into 3 men, and they drive him all the way back. Here's a late flag coming in, as Sam Bolin was slow to get to his feet for Taylor. And we'll wait and see what the penalty is here. Looks like Gehrig was stopped back at around the Taylor, pushed back to around the Taylor 30. And we'll see what the call is here. It looks like it might be against Butler. It's a face mask against Austin Lewis of Butler on kick coverage. And this will give Taylor great field position to go 1st and 10, down 14 here with 9:35 remaining in the 4th quarter. And this one will go all the way from Taylor territory all the way up to the Butler 47. The Trojans needed just 3 plays to score on their last drive from the Butler 49. We'll see what they can do with 2 more yards to go here. Pollard a shotgun snap, dropping straight back, fires a dart near side. Was it caught by Boy? Make it Kempton, and it's inside the 39. Good pitch and catch there from TU. It'll be second down and short down to the 39. An 8-yard catch for Kempton, his second one tonight. And Taylor going to the hurry up. 3 wide again. Faking the handoff as Pollard goes up the middle. First down and more. 35 out to the numbers 30. He puts that shoulder down, and he runs right through Dalton Rogers. 15 and white, barrels over 3 in blue, and a big first down run for the 5th-year senior Everett Pollard. 10-yard run for Pollard and the Trojans going to the hurry up. Down 14, 9:04 to go. Short snap, throws on the run right side. Coming around and almost hauling it in was Grant Holbein outside the numbers on the far side of the field, but as he was spinning away, the ball slipped out of his hands, and that will bring a temporary stall to the Taylor offense. Second down and 9 for Taylor. From the Butler 29, Ben Davis and Craig Faulkner with Daniel Boy on the right side, Holbein and Kempton to the left. No one in the backfield with Pollard on 2nd and 10. Butler almost jumps off sides. Flags are thrown. Pollard will heave it to the end zone. Kempton trying to come back. He almost hauled it in, and now there's a flag in the end zone with Dalton Rogers defending Kempton. So Pollard stayed in there and threw it with the defense right in his teeth. We'll see if it's encroachment against Butler, and there might also be a defensive pass interference down there in the end zone as Kempton tried to haul in a one-handed catch. So the 2 penalties on the play, it was offside on the Butler defense, but the pass interference was against Kempton, the receiver in the end zone. And so they will nullify and will do second down and 10 over again from the Butler 29-yard line. After the receivers for Taylor went without gloves for most of this contest, most of the receivers out there for TU right now have gloves. Holbein had to set a pair thrown to him. Empty set again, quick throw near side, and that one goes through the hands of Kempton. And he would have had an opportunity to maybe carry it up for a first down. The incompletion will make it 3rd down and 10 for Taylor as the offense has started to hit the brakes here a little bit after a quick start to this drive. Third down and 10 for TU. Ben Davis checks out. Spencer Crisp comes in as a TU. This should be 4-down territory for the Taylor offense, down 14 with 8:50 remaining in the 4th. Wind blows in from the left. The rain has stopped here for the most part tonight. Pollard in the pistol. 4 wideouts. He'll move Crisp over to his left. 7 on the play clock. Chest high snap. Pollard drops straight back to throw. Sets his feet. Loops one near side. He's got Holbein there, and it's just over his reach as Holbein tried to haul one in over his shoulder as he had 3 yards of space between he and the nearest defender along the near sideline. And that'll be a 4th down try here for Taylor, 4th and 10. They need to get down to the Butler 19. Holbein, Faulkner, Boy out to the right, Kempton to the left. A left hash mark snap, 4th and 10 from the Butler 29. Taylor down 14. Pollard sets his feet. He'll be chased out of the pocket. Now he's got to run. He will be short of the first down. Tackled 5 yards short at the 24. Looked like he was ready to try to uncork that one there and just didn't make the decision in enough time to try to run, and then the Butler defense collapsed around him. A turnover on downs with 8:36 to go here in the 4th quarter, and Butler leading Taylor by 14, 31-17. The Trojans need the defense to maybe get a turnover or get a quick 3 and out here. But with the success on the ground tonight for Butler, they've rushed for 229 yards. That's just about 50 yards less than Taylor's entire total offensive production tonight. you know where Butler's going to go with the ball here. Snyder's been the workhorse tonight, 140 yards on the ground. Takes the handoff around the left side. He'll be chased down from behind. Jordan Jackson along with Tyler Hasbrook for a tackle for loss. Good pursuit there by those in white as Hasbrook has made some nice plays this evening for TU. A loss of 1 back to the 29. Back to the 23, excuse me. Second and 11, under 8 minutes to go here in the fourth. Butler with the ball, left hash mark snap. They lead by 14. Marty will drop back to pass, throws near side. Gehrig comes in and he knocks it free. A good pass deflection there by Tyler Gehrig. As for the first time here in the second half, Marty tried to look for his go-to wide receiver, Pace Temple. And here's a 3rd and long. Back to the 22. It was a loss of 2 on the first play. 3rd and 12. 7:46. The clock has stopped here in the fourth. The Taylor defense trying to give the ball back to the offense, which has started to find its rhythm here in this fourth quarter. 14-point game. And Butler has been about 50% on third downs here tonight. Marty in the gun with 3 wideouts. He'll drop straight back. Good protection, looks, throws across the left side, and there's Temple with a diving catch. A pickup of 13 on third down and 11. A big pass on the left side, 3rd reception there for Temple. And a fresh set of downs here for Butler as they take the ball down to the 37. So call it 15 on the catch for Temple, his longest reception of the night, just his 3rd catch on the evening after having 14 a week ago. He has just 3 tonight for 30. Butler bleeding as much clock as they can right now with the play clock down below 8. The Bulldogs have 2 timeouts left. They'll hurry to the line here with 4 on the play clock. Now 3, now 2. And Marty gets the snap just before the time expires. Right side handoff to Snyder. He just pulls tacklers with him across the 40. He'll get down to the 41-yard line. Arnold and Ra Murray there for the tackle. And now Pace Temple has some words for the Taylor defense. He's pushed away by his offensive line teammate Bobby Jensen. Pick up a 4 for Snyder on his 22nd carry tonight. He has been the workhorse this evening. Here for Butler, he has outrushed Taylor by himself, 141 to 122. Marty under center. Now he'll back up into the shotgun. Taylor looks to be rushing 5. They move Temple out wide to the near side. Here's Snyder trying to bounce outside the left edge. A flag comes in from the left side as Snyder dives across the 45 up the left side hash mark. As of now, he's a yard short for the first down. He got down to the 46, needed the 47. But we'll see what the flag is. It came in from the far sideline on the field. So loss of 5 on a hold. Butler committed just 1 penalty last week. They've committed less than 5 here tonight. They've been really clean in the penalty department. The ball moved back to the 31. A loss of 10 on the hold. Again, we don't have the referee's mic tonight because we had to kill our crowd mic due to some technical difficulties with the Butler headsets on the coaching staff, so they're upstairs where our crowd mic normally is. We don't want to give away any trade secrets to future Butler opponents, so that's why we're a little silent here tonight. The chant from the Taylor sidelines is defense. Quick screen near side. Snyder catch it. Here comes Gehrig trying to wrap him up. Snyder tried to roll away, and Snyder could not get away from the grasp of Tyler Gehrig. Complete to Snyder. Short of the 35. Call it the 33. And a flag is on the play. Right after that tackle was made, the play was blown immediately dead. 5:54 to go in the fourth. Butler with the ball, leading by 14. So they pick up the flag. And Butler has the ball Behind the sticks, 3rd and long from the 33. It'll be 3rd and 15. The chant is TU down below us. A 3rd and 13 here for Butler from their own 33. They go from left to right in blue on the artificial surface. Marty, great protection, throws a deep ball left side, going up and unable to make the play on a short throw. Good defensive play there by Kazmarek. Matt Wynn came in to try to make life difficult from the safety spot as they tried to connect with Matt Dennis up the left, Stephen Dennis, up the left sideline, and Butler will be forced to punt with 5:30 remaining in the fourth, and the Bulldogs leading by 14. And once again, Taylor will load all 10 men that do not have the name of Grant Gehrig on the roster. Trying to block another punt from Giebel. They blocked one for a touchdown to start the second half. And Giebel gets one away just before Jordan Jackson can get to him. A high punt that is short. It'll bounce back. It's going to hit Gehrig in the hands. And thankfully for Taylor, it bounces out of bounds as Gehrig wanted to try to keep that one from going deep inside the Taylor 20. It nicks off of his hands, and he just is able to have that one bounce out of bounds and prevent disaster here for Taylor in the home opener. First and 10 for Taylor from their own 28. Down by 14, 3 timeouts, 5:21 to go. Pollard rolls to the right, still rolling, throws on the run, throws it in traffic, gets caught, a flag is thrown. Daniel Boyd tries to muscle his way outside the 35-yard line. He stopped at the 34, a gain of 6. But let's see what this flag is as Pollard threw a dart in between 4 defenders. And now Saltzgaber will have to come in. That's Zach Saltzgaber to replace Pollard after he took a hit after the throw. Holding on the DB Devin Aguilar on the pass play. And so add some more yardage to the end of the reception there from Daniel Boyd. So first and 10 for Taylor from their own 38, 5-10 and counting as Saltzgaber comes in for his first snaps offensively here the second half. He has Lefevre as a deep man behind him, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Butler will rush 3 and drop 8. Saltzgaber rolling to the near side. He might tuck it and run. He does at the numbers 40. Stays on his feet at the 45 before he runs into the back of his teammate Kempton. A run of 7 on first and 10. Pollard is better and he's back in. Saltzgaber picks up 7 on a scramble. Second and 3 for Taylor from their own 45 with 4:40 remaining here in the fourth. With TU down 14, they need a big play here quickly. Pollard rolls to the near side. Shotgun snap, throws a rifle near side. Too tall for Kempton. The incompletion stops the clock with 4:32 remaining in regulation and a 3rd and 4 looking Taylor in the face from their own 45. Boy out wide to the right. Davis and Holbein in the slot to the right. Kempton out wide to the left. Only 1 down lineman for Butler that they look to be rushing 4. Now they bring a delayed blitz of 5. Pollard across the middle. Davis catches at the 50, spins inside, down to Butler territory at the 46. An 11-yard pickup on Ben Davis's first catch of the night, and a 3rd down pickup for TU. They got a fresh set of downs. And they'll rush to the line as Davis will hustle to the near side of the field. 4 wide for TU. Lefevre, the deep man, gets the handoff right up the middle to the 45, barrels his way down close to the 40. A pickup of 5 as he's down to the 41-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on first and 10. And Taylor will continue to hustle to the line here. 4:07 and counting here in the fourth quarter. The Trojans down 14. Snap will come from the middle of the field. Two wide to either side. No down lineman for Butler. They will rush three. Pollard a quick throw up the middle. Nice catch on the hip. On the right seam there for TU. It's Grant Holbein, the fifth-year senior, gets his first catch. And the clock will stop as they move the chains with 3:54 to go in the fourth. And TU driving down by 14. Holbein will move to the left with Davis and Kempton. Boy, the wide man to the right. Butler will rush three and drop 8 once again. Pollard rolling to the right. Pressure comes, throws back across his body. There's Holbein at the 16-yard line. Another pickup for the Trojans, a 17-yard catch between Pollard and Holbein. They find each other on back-to-back plays, and TU will hustle to the line again. 1st and 10 from the 17. A new left tackle comes in for the Trojans. That's number 79, Zachary Hughes. 1st and 10 from the 16. A high snap. Lefevre left side. Big hole. He runs right over the safety and takes it down to the 11. A 5-yard gain as Lefevre came storming up the left side of the field. He stopped by a step. And 2nd and 5 for Taylor from the 11. Down by 14 with 3:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. Pollard in the pistol. Running the option right side. He'll pitch to Lefevre. No blockers in front. Lefevre puts that shoulder down, trying to get out of bounds. Could not. He picks up 3 down to the 8. And they pull Luke Sennett, the DB, up for Butler. And it looked like he might have had one of his kind of arms. He was really slow to get back up, but then one of his teammates just pulled him right back up to the field. 3rd and 2 for Taylor. A right hash mark snap from the Butler 8, down 14. 2.5 minutes to go in the fourth. Pollard fakes the handoff, rolling to his right, looking to the end zone. Fakes one throw, throws it back across the middle to the end zone, and it's an incomplete pass. As Davis came up with it out of the scrum, or maybe that Holbein came up with it out of the scrum, but immediately both two officials were on top of it and signaled incomplete. Lefevre exit. Crisp will come in to replace him. 4th and 2 for Taylor. From the Butler 8, they need this one here, down 14 and only 2:27 remaining in the fourth quarter. Taylor was still all 3 of their timeouts remaining if they can get the ball back, but first they need 2 yards right here. A tight end to the left, 3 wide outs for the Trojans. Crisp, the deep man, behind Pollard in the pistol. Snap comes. Pollard gives off to Crisp over the right guard. Butler celebrates like they got the stop. And we'll wait for the official signal. And Crisp has stopped the line short. A yard short. He needed 2. He got 1, down to the Butler 7. And the Bulldogs will take over, leading by 14 with 2:21 remaining here in the fourth quarter. First and 10 for Butler from their own 7 after they get another 4th down stop here tonight. Marty with Snyder back with him in the gun. Swore looks to be bringing pressure from the near side of the field. They bring Scatia in motion from left to right. Snyder will take the handoff around the left end. Taylor trying to force him back into the middle. Hasbrook hits him first. And a gain of 5 on 1st and 10. Another big pickup, a good chunk carry here from Snyder. Gives him 146 yards tonight. He's outrushed Taylor by himself, 146 to 143. So last week it was Temple carrying things offensively for the Bulldog offense. And tonight it's been Brad Snyder. 23 carries, 146 yards, and a touchdown. And Taylor will take the timeouts. They have 2 left. Butler with the ball, 2nd and 5 from their 12. And they lead by 14. Game clock reset to 2:13. Butler with the ball, 2nd and 5 from their 12. Another handoff to Snyder around the left side. Got to the 15, gets stood up. Keeps those legs churning. Another timeout taken by Taylor. As Snyder gets 4 on 2nd and 5, down to the Butler 16. One timeout left for Taylor. Clock stops with 2:07. We'll see if Taylor can get a stop here on 3rd down and try to get the ball back to the offense, down 14 with 2:07 remaining in the 4th quarter here on the Trojan Sports Network. Third down and 1 for Butler from their own 16-yard line. They go from left to right in blue, but they lead by 14 here with 2:07 left to go in this 4th quarter. Snyder again around the right side. Swore tries to come in. Snyder spins out close to the 29. Or it's going to be the 19, I should say, and he looks like he picked up 2 down to the 18. And Snyder's just been the workhorse tonight here for Butler, 150-plus yards on the ground, and another fresh set of downs here for the Bulldogs with under 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th, and they lead by 14. Play clock dips below 10. 90 seconds left to go here in the 4th. Snyder, another handoff, trying to bounce it out to the right side. On his feet out to the 25, slips through another couple tackles. Wynn and Murray tackle him just short of the 30. And a gain of 11 down to the 29. Another big carry here for Snyder. Puts him over 160 yards on the ground tonight on 26 carries. A great night for 7 and blue. And Taylor will take their 3rd and final timeout with 1:16 remaining in the 4th. 1st and 10 for Butler from their own 29. They lead Taylor by 14 here on the Trojan Sports Network. So Butler will go to the victory formation here. Taylor out of timeouts. And Marty will take the knee, backpedal out. They might have to take one more knee here. As the game clock will dip below a minute. So Taylor will fall to 1-1 on the year. Butler will improve to 2-0. The Bulldogs will get their first home game of the year next week against Princeton. Taylor was on the road at Trinity International before a bye week in week 4. Then they return here in 2 weeks here to Turner Stadium. Another knee from Marty, and that should do it, it looks like. Yep, that will. Both teams will come across the field here. That will do it. Just one offensive touchdown tonight for Taylor. Both teams score combined 48 points tonight, all in the last 3 quarters. Butler scored all 31 of their points between the 2nd and 3rd quarters. The Trojans only able to muster one offensive touchdown tonight. and they fall by a final score of 31-17 as Butler improves to a perfect 8-0 all-time against the Taylor football team. We'll take a break, come back, and we'll bring you the Ivanhoe's postgame show after this commercial break here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Since opening in the late 1980s, the Maddox Family Dental Center has been focusing on providing the highest quality dental care for their patients. Children to adults can receive a full-service treatment to meet their dental needs. The Maddox Family Dental Center has 2 locations in Hartford City and Dunkirk and always welcomes new patients. The Maddox Family Dental Center, a proud corporate partner of Taylor University Athletics.
The Taylor University campus store, with their innovative textbook Butler delivery service and name brand Taylor apparel and gifts, supports the Trojans year-round. The campus store, powered by Tree of Life Books, is a proud corporate partner of TU Athletics. It's easy to find something to show off someone's TU pride with 2 campus locations, one in the Dome and one in the campus center near the food court. The store is also open 24/7 at taylorcampusstore.com. Back here at Turner Stadium here on the Ivanhoe's post-game show, Butler comes in and wins tonight 31-17. They outscored Taylor 17-3 in the second quarter after both teams were scoreless in the first. Butler outscored Taylor 14-7 in the third. Taylor got the only touchdown in the fourth, but they had a couple drives stall there late. They had a drive that was they went for inside the 10-yard line of Butler. There's a second drive of the fourth quarter that started at the Butler 47. They went for it on fourth down. Crisp needed 2 yards, only got 1. And Taylor comes up on the short end of things tonight here against Butler. As a team, Butler threw for 181 yards. Their starter, Will Marty, went 21 for 31. No picks, a touchdown. His longest throw tonight was 32 yards. Rushing is where Butler made their money tonight. They rushed for 250 yards on 46 carries. They were led by Brad Snyder, number 7 for Butler tonight. 26 carries, 163 yards for a touchdown and a long run of 29 tonight. Last week it was Pace Temple pacing the offense, no pun intended, for Butler. Tonight it was Snyder. His backup, Anthony Scation, no slouch as well. 11 carries, 75 yards, a touchdown, and a long run of 14. Sam Meaton, the tight end, led the way receiving with 60 yards. He had a long catch of 32. Pace Temple had a couple of catches for 30 yards. Stephen Dennis had 23 yards receiving and a couple of key offensive or first down receptions. Austin Schwantz, 22 yards through the air. Huth was 17, including a 12-yard touchdown. And that was the only passing touchdown of the night here for Butler. Will Marty also had a keeper on a 4th and 1, scored from 9 yards out for the rushing touchdown for him tonight. For the Trojans, Everett Pollard, after a slow start, after he and Zach Saltzgaber combined to go just with only have 2 completions in that first half, Everett finished 10 of 25 for 151 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. His longest pass of the night was 45 yards. Pollard was also Taylor's leading rusher with 85 yards on the ground on 11 carries. He also scored a touchdown as well. His longest run was a 37-yard keeper on the first drive of the night. Spencer Crisp had 12 carries for 32 yards. His longest was 13. Drew Lefevre had 6 carries for 20. And Saltzgaber had just 1 run on 7 yards thereabout in the second half. Holden Hodge led the way receiving. He had 1 catch for 45 yards. Grant Holbein, 2 catches for 25. Kempton, 2 for 23. And Daniel Boy, 2 for 17. Leading tacklers tonight for Butler, it was Luke Sinnett, who had 12 tackles, including 6 solo tackles. Dan Del Grasso had 8. Carter Raleigh had 7. And Mason Brunner had 5 unassisted tackles. He also had 6 total tackles. He also had a sack tonight as well. The leading tackler for Taylor was their cornerback, Jeff Kazmarek. He had 8 solo tackles, 12 total stops in all. TJ Swore had 8. Ron Murray had 7. And Jackson Bronkema also had 7 as well. Butler had 24 first downs to Taylor's 16. As a team, Butler rushed for 250 yards, as we mentioned, on 46 carries. Total offense tonight, 431 yards for Butler, 301 for TU. No interceptions, just the 1 turnover on the muffed punt return, I should say, by Butler. And that was by Aguilar. It led to the first points of the night for TU on a field goal. They also blocked a punt tonight that Hodge scampered in for the end zone on the Baker block. Penalties tonight, 5 for Butler for 55 yards, 6 for TU at 45. Third down conversions, that was the big one tonight. Butler converted 8 of their 17 third downs. Taylor was 2 for 13. Butler also was 1 for 1 on fourth down tries. That was that keeper around the end by the quarterback Will Marty for a 9-yard touchdown on 4th and 1. The Trojans tonight were 0 for 3 on fourth down tries. Possession time in favor of Butler, 37 minutes and 18 seconds to 22-42 for the Taylor Trojans. Again, the Trojans come up short tonight. They fall to Butler 31-17. We'll take a break and come back. We'll talk to the head coach of the Trojans, Ron Korfmacher, after this commercial break.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Back here with the head coach of the Trojans, Ron Korfmacher, here on the Ivanhoe's postgame show. Coach, your team comes up 14 points short of Butler tonight, but you had an opportunity there late to make it a 7-point game, taking over at the Butler 47-yard line. What was the biggest thing that held you guys back from a win tonight?
Well, I'd say red zone production on offense. We're disappointed but not discouraged. But red zone on offense, we came out of there with a field goal when we need touchdowns, and we came out of there a couple times without touchdowns.
You won the turnover battle tonight. They obviously muffed the punt that Watson falls on second time. He's helped you guys out on a punt return last week, saving the ball for you guys this time, getting the ball back. You also blocked a punt as well. So the special team's still coming through here. Where maybe are the things you have to improve upon heading to TIU next week?
Yeah, red zone offense. And there were first half we were poor throwing and catching the football. I think we had 2 receptions for 2 yards, and that's not enough balance. Their defense. We ran the ball in the first half pretty well, but you had to get some balance to move the ball down the field, move the chains, and produce some scores. It wasn't a one-dimensional night, throwing the ball. But, we battled back in the second half. I know we got some more throws in, and we did run there were a number of things we did, but we strung our defense out in the second quarter. They did a good job methodically moving the ball down the field. And, they came up with a couple timely scores in that second quarter. Even when we were battling them and making some, defensive stops, they put a couple together in a row.
You guys did a good job.
They played from out front, which is, for them it was probably a comfort spot.
Yeah, after last week,
and to play from out front, and on a night like tonight.
You guys limited Pace Temple, the FCS National Offensive Player of the Week, to 3 catches for 30 yards, but Brad Snyder racked up 160 yards on the ground on 26 carry, average 6 yards a pop.
They made the right adjustments.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got 2 corners on the field. We moved TJ out of the box often and played him over Temple. So, you got 8 defenders. One's a free safety, 12, 15 yards off the ball. So they that's where I said they methodically were patient to run and get some tight end seams. And again, they made an adjustment. We knew what they were adjusting to, us taking away Temple. A little later, we mixed it up more. But in that second quarter is where they just sort of found that groove of controlling line scrimmage with their numbers game, and then finding their tight ends. Safeties were working over Temple and finding tight ends. I think they had a couple 25, 30-yard chunks.
Coach, thanks for the time. A tough one tonight. Good luck next week at TIU.
We will certainly be back. I believe in this group. I know they believe in each other. Not disappointed right now, but not discouraged and not crushed. We're gonna bring this thing back.
Coach, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
That is the head coach, Ron Korfmacher, joining me here on the Ivanhoe Postgame Show. That'll do it for our coverage side of the football home opener for Taylor as they fall tonight 31-17 to the Butler Bulldogs. Their record now 1-1 on the year. Special thanks to Kyle and Liam, our crew tonight. We thank you folks for tuning in here as well. We're back with more coverage of Taylor Athletics next week. We're back in 2 weeks with more, or 3 weeks, I should say, with more coverage of Taylor football when they are back here at Turner Stadium. This has been a presentation of Taylor football here on the Trojan Sports Network. Good night from Upland, Indiana.